Good morning, June 1st, 2025. I know it's been a while, been very busy. This time of year is very busy for me and my wood shop. I run a wood business part-time as well as working full-time. So my CNC life has been pushed aside a little bit. Hopefully one day maybe I'll be able to do it more. For right now though, I thought I'd share where I'm getting back into it and my first sign project, which is something I've learned or getting ready to learn the process. All through the IDC network or group. Great team there. I learned quite a bit. I watch a lot of YouTube videos as well, but I have to say my biggest learning so far experiences has been great, and I have nothing bad to say. Show off the old. Hey, enjoy your coffee. Appreciate that cup, by the way. Great people. I spent a little money with IDC, and I think what I get back from is well worth it. Crazy not for you all not to look into that. Great set of people there, great team. So cheers to y'all. Hope you all have a great day. In this video, I want to share my experience with my next step, and it's all about a sign. I like it. I like the design. It's supposed to be a pretty simple project, but I take everything a little at a time and use the list. You'll see that definitely a must. And thank you again to the ICC people. Mr. Garrett, very cool. You're thinking of Ed and helping a lot of us out. With that note, I want to share my experience and hopefully be able to send you a good picture. Maybe you could check out this video too. And if you all would, please comment and like, maybe subscribe. I know you probably hear that a lot, but I'm not into it for the money, but I thought I'd share my experiences. May help expand my wood shop experience and what I can provide in the future and get away from that corporate America daily grind. One of these days, that's my plan, hopefully. So with that saying, I'm gonna stop here in a couple seconds to get better set up, and I want to give you a little tour of where I'm at and progress today, hopefully into a sign that says this is home, and it's all look pretty cool. Now I've purchased some wood, cheated a little bit because time issue with this time of the year. I'm so damn, very busy in the wood shop already. So I bought some pre-glued panels from Home Depot, and I'm hoping they're going to work all right. Not too impressed with what they have there to offer. I like what I do better, but it's time consuming to do a glue up, and this is my first, and a learning experience, as they say. Don't get too shook up about it. I bought a panel that's I think it's roughly 18 inches wide by 72 inches long, 3/4 inches thick panel. So what they're calling for this size sign is I need piece 16 inches by 24. So I was able to get 3 of them. And I've prepped them all, and I'm at the standing point and painted them black, ready for the overmask. And 1 out of 3, I picked the flattest one because there's a lot of cupping. Maybe if I didn't rush the job and set them in the house, some weight on them. But pine, when they go together like that, I wasn't the one that did the process, but you gotta watch the grains and how they cut. And I'm hoping this is not gonna affect it too much. I don't think so. But like I said, though, I'm gonna show you the process. So that note, let me get set up and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and this is where I'm at. So I've cut one of the three down. I cut all three actually, and I've prepped them. I've used some sand and sealer, recommend it, from Mr. Garrett. Of course, it's a different brand. I'm not much on Lowe's either, so I'm gonna try out the Vigorthing brand, I guess, but it's sand and sealer, similar to the brand he was using. I used a foam brush, bought a few of them, and I grabbed a can of flat pack that was recommended. Used to do flat paint for other reasons. I got my oar mask, which I'll be putting on pretty soon, and I'll show you that process. I got my checklist ready going, got my coffee ready, I got my computer fired up where I can load files when I'm ready. That in the back is something new I've worked on, and I'm kind of in a working process of that. I want to clean it up. That hose will probably go through the wall there. I put the vacuum in another room to try to shut down some of the noise between the router and that vacuum. It gets pretty loud in this little room I use for a shop just for my CNC. So I'll be getting back to you pretty soon, and with this thing clamped into place and getting close to that time. Any questions, please ask, but most of this video was through the process of IDC, Mr. Garrett, and his videos on how to. I've bought the files, and so I could do a few of these, start getting going on my CNC. I've done a few with the CNC side, which I showed some videos of that a while back. This is my setup today, and work in progress. I'll be getting a remote control probably for that outlet, so I don't have to go in another room and turn the vacuum on and off. But that'll be another video. I'm gonna share what I come up with, this dual dust collection cyclone system I got through Amazon. I believe I've learned this setup through Who's the Boss. Pretty good character and YouTube. Thank you, sir. But with that said, I'll be back here shortly, and I'm gonna learn this, putting down the oar mask and getting this thing ready to go. So we'll talk back to you here in a few, and I'll have some more of my checklist done so far. This is my start. This is home sign. Material size 16 by 24, and I'll show you this as I go along too. I think it's an awesome idea. Help me not maybe screw up. But okay, we'll see you back in a few. I kind of goofed up a little bit here, but the router ain't going that far anyway. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I guess I'm gonna learn to overhang a little bit more. It was mentioned, but being conservative, okay, I'll learn. But I got it down. I'm hoping it's gonna work all right. I got my checklist going like we were talking about. I got my new vacuum system kind of temporary rigged. There'll be more discussion about that I like to talk about. At the moment, I'm kind of got it duct taped there, but having problems finding fittings to work with hoses. They sure do make it difficult to find proper fittings for vacuum lines and vacuum hoses. It's just, I think it's totally ridiculous. Well, anyways, I got her clamped down. We're about ready to hit the go. I thought I'd come back and touch base with you. I verified the job, ran an outline so I know I wasn't hitting things. I actually ran the program a little bit. And I had to stop it and reload it. I wanted to make sure we didn't hit some stops. I haven't got around to making new ones yet. The IDC provided a file for me. That'll be the next project probably. But here's my checklist as we're talking. Got a couple of comments. So the program is saying to run at 15,000 RPM on my router. On my list, it don't show any 15,000, what number to set. It's more like 12 and 17,000s. I split the difference, running at about 2.5. The 3 is supposedly 17,000 and 2 is 12,000. So I'm in between. Hoping that'll be all right. I guess I need to get a better setting of each one. I'm not sure where that is at the moment, but the router dial is set at 2.5, and we're gonna gamble, I guess. I'll start up my vacuum system and to do the final check on the list and hit start. But as you can see, I've confirmed my sizes. I bought the file, my material thickness kind of varying between 0.65 to 0.74. I used my auto dial and actually went into the material a little bit, which is the new one here, AutoZone touch plate. Apparently I might have done something not right, so I did the paper trick. I had to set it up using this one, since I'm just setting a Z up. I already have my X and Y set to the center mark that it told me to do. This will be maybe another discussion. Since the file is already figured out, I'm not sure if I can manipulate it, or I haven't learned that much yet to do yet. But I verified my bit. I got my 1/4" compression end mill. Verified all it. G-code seems to work good because I did an outline. Know my X and Y's, blah, 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 blah. My biggest question is the router speed. I should be pretty close, hopefully. Other than that, we'll discuss more about my vacuum system. I mean, I'll show you at the end of the day what that's going to look like. And yep, I know you can't really, not going to be able to see everything, but we'll run a little video on how it looks as I'm running it. Just thought I'd show the checklist that I appreciate. My first one, so I'm going to be learning experience on that one. So here in a minute, we'll start the cycle. So bear with me for a minute and I'll be back to start up the vacuum and the router. And it's gonna be a little noisy, but you're gonna see what I see, and I'm gonna have my hand on that stop button just in case, as the checkoff list says. So we'll see you in a minute. Well, been a little bit longer afternoon than I thought it was going to be. Had a little issue. Like I said, I wasn't happy with this boards I got from Home Depot too much. This one had a little bit of bow in it. The other ones are worse. After I ran the first program, there was a lot of depth changes in the Z because of being the bow. So I ran it a second time and it looked better, but had a lot of depth cuts in it I didn't like. They're minor right now. Actually, I'm pretty happy with it, but I end up drilling and putting a screw here and here, and you can see I split the wood a little bit. I don't think I used a big enough drill bit to bring it down. I think my biggest mistake is I didn't surface the board, which is on the checklist, and I overwrote it because thinking I paid extra for this board to already be made, and well, live and learn. I think it probably turned out a lot better if I surfaced the board, or at least get it to sit flat by screwing it down. So by looking at this one here, I can see where I can put things. My clamps are on the corner, and I'm going to take my new toys from IDC. I got the 125 grit, or 120 grit. Sorry about the focus. And I think I'm gonna clean up the fuzzies a little bit, not too bad. But I think really looks pretty good just the way it is. Sun finish, you could put a clear coat on it like some people say. And also to know if anybody's curious about my vacuum system. Look like I accumulated 1.5 gallons of sawdust. And guess what? This is empty. So my vacuum in the other room should be clear, from what I understand. But if you see dust in here, that means your system is leaking, as I understand. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. My first attempt of the cyclone. I got the hose temporarily pulled off. I did a little cleanup so I can show off a little bit. But this is going to end this video. This is home sign. And if you guys got any questions out there that I can answer or you run into, I didn't really run into any issues. Except, I guess, when I pulled this off the tabletop, I'm hoping it's onion skin where it didn't go into the table. I don't think it did. But I had to play with the Z-axis a little bit. And so, not counting the second time, I screwed it down and I lowered the Z-axis about 5/1000ths of an inch. Just to see if it would help. I didn't know if I was screwing up or not. Apparently, not too bad. It's pine. I got a little tear out on my E. Got them little fins right there. Maybe in a few other spots. But I'm going to sand them up and doctor them up. Yes, some of them didn't do too bad, but you say you'll have this in the softwood. I'll be doing hardwood eventually, but I'm learning, so I stuck with the softwood just to keep it reasonable. So, with this video, I'm going to sign out. And I'd like to say thanks again to the IDC crew and provided me this file that I loaded. I don't have the vector software yet to create my own G code, so I'll purchase a few files through Mr. Garrett, and this is my first. So might do some different colors too. Not sure what colors yet. I have 2 more boards out there, and I've already painted them, but I haven't put any, what do you call it, excuse me, the Oracle mat. For some reason, I can't think of the word right now, so forgive me. All right, I hope everybody's having a great Sunday afternoon. I had fun running this project, and I think I'm gonna relax the rest of the day. I got some dips and jalapeno dip and some chips to get into, I think. So, excuse me. Please like and subscribe. Please comment. And subscriptions always welcome. And I hope maybe this will help some out, or if I can, I'd look forward to helping. Send me a message anytime, and y'all have a great afternoon. And guess what? This is my home. Thank you, y'all. God bless. Well, guess what? I guess I went into the table just a little bit. Oh, well, we're learning. Hope you all have a great day. Just thought I'd throw this up one more time. These will be available soon. Y'all have a great day.